Hello everyone, this is Peter again from getintouchbooks.com. Today I want to talk to you about the 6 things, emotional items that will cause you to overeat. So you probably gathered from my other studies, you'll find that a lot of overeating is emotional. Obviously there are physical cravings and some of us like food more than others, but there's also a lot of emotional factors in actually overeating. The first one is stress. Stress. When we're stressed, many of us tend to overeat. We tend to go over the top with our eating with stress. And what I want to say to you about that is that if you are getting very, very stressed, you need to deal with the stress rather than trying to deal with the overeating. When you deal with the stress, the overeating will sort itself out, as I believe. So have a think about it. How can you deal with your stress? How can you cope with stress? Obviously, there are many, many solutions to this, and I have other blogs and videos on this, on the dealings with stress and anxiety. And soon a book will be coming out about get in touch with your mental health, which will look at how we can deal with stress. So I won't go on too much at the moment about it, but just bear in mind stress is one of the things that cause you to overeat. The second thing is boredom. If you haven't got enough to do, you would tend to go to the fridge and start pigging out on all sorts of different foods. I found that when I had problems with my weight some years ago, I was struggling a lot with boredom and I didn't have enough to do at that stage. And so I would be constantly running off to get something to fill the gap, if you like, with the boredom. So keep yourself as busy as you can. If you can't find anything to do, you've got to find some sort of a hobby or activity. Big cure for me was actually reading. Once you start reading and getting into books, that can really help you. Anyway, boredom is the second one. So if stress is one and boredom is the second. The third one is tiredness. Not sleeping enough, being overtired. When we're overtired, our motivation is very low and we're more likely to eat too much when we're exhausted. Also, we find it quite difficult to summon up the will to think about cooking the correct food. You see, as you probably gathered, weight loss and controlling your eating is not about eating less necessarily, it's about eating the right stuff. We all know this these days, it's quite a common factor. So what I'd say to you is that if you are struggling that way and you're very tired, you need to find ways of getting more sleep and rest and having rest time between your various items. So again, more of this later, but I will be looking into that over the next few weeks and months as I do more and more of these videos and blogs. But tiredness is a big factor. So plenty of sleep, plenty of rest, and plenty of downtime. You won't achieve any more by not having any downtime. You'll achieve less. The fourth main cause is loneliness. If you're lonely and you're on your own especially, food acts as a very, very good substitute for being in touch with people. And if you are very lonely, we've got to find ways of dealing with this. And again, we'll be looking more into the problem of loneliness over the next few books, the next few weeks. So loneliness is another one. Another one, which is very common, especially amongst older people, is cold. Now, calories, which come in food, are actually units of heat, and so if you're feeling very cold and you're not warm enough, that can make you overeat because you need more fuel, you need more heat in your body. And finally is social interaction. Unfortunately, when people get together, they eat all the foods that they shouldn't. Now, this isn't always the case, but generally people reward themselves with those lovely foods that make us very, very satisfied in the short term. And then, like any drug of choice, you get the come down where you think, oh, I've overeaten, I feel bloated, I feel sick, and then, of course, next thing is you put on some weight. So social activity is another one. Again, now, as we go through these, I'll be looking at how you can have social activities and still control your weight. So that's basically it for today. Now, in this, I've included in my book, here it is, Get in Touch with Your Slimmer Self. I've included all these and how to actually deal with them. So thanks very much for your time to listen to this video today. I will be posting another video very shortly, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye then. Bye.